Good day all, this is Xitrax and my Paladin Hill. Currently I am on 27,465 item level. It's quite high, but it's not the most what I had seen in this game. So currently I've got power and critical strike like this. Basically what I'm looking also for, and you should as a heal should also look for, its critical severity and outgoing healing. So basically, to explanation, power will give you more power will give you more heal, which you will be able to use. Critical strike, it's basically those two factors, power and critical strike. If you will set up this correctly, in my case it's 85% power to critical high, you have almost 50% of chance that your hit will be critical hit. And with the powers which you can choose from next up, you will have possibility that you will really heal properly and with huge amount of healing. So those two stats are really important and you have to take care about them. Go with power and strike as high as possible, but please remember that there is a combination of those two stats. So you have to be careful to not go too low with power to reduce the amount of heal which you are giving. First one, outgoing healing. I've got at this moment 50%. It's direct increasing of your healing abilities. So yeah, just go as high as you can. Critical severity. Currently I'm on the 97, however I'm using some liquids to increase this, so Wildstorm Elixir and also the Pumpkin Soup. It giving me additional plus 15% of the critical severity. Critical severity is important because it can it's telling you how much bonus you will get during the critical hit. So if you will have 50% of critical hit, you will have a bunch of healing given to your colleagues from your team, and you will be able to also get some bonuses related to the critical severity. So one more time recap: power, critical strike, outgoing healing, and critical severity is really important. What next? At this moment I don't have legendary mount which giving me 10,000 power, however I'm using plus 5,000 of power on the mount. Unstable, as you can see, I'm using some things to allow me to move faster, Gladiator's Guild, and also some healing things and reducing my cooldown on the artifacts. In most cases I'm using, if it's possible, I'm using legendary insignias which giving me 1120 powers additional, and also companion influence percent increase. So as you can see, at this moment I'm using my polar cup as a main companion. Is of course it's legendary one. So this is the main, and as you can see, if I will change it, for example, for bullet, I will go down little with power and critical critical strike. So this is not what I would like to have. So therefore, for me at this moment, the best working polar build cup. At this moment, as you can see, I will have more power and more critical strike. As a companions, I'm using basically Novem November Guard plus 10, uh, Radiant Insight plus 10, outgoing healing. Also this one, Baby Polar Bears plus 10, outgoing healing, and also Cells Words plus 10. Outgoing healing. This is something what I would like to work in the future. This is something in the defense slot. I think this is the one, only one companion which giving in the defense slot power. So this is Minstrel. At this moment I think it's on the common one or uncommon, and it's giving me 2000 power more. Of course, bondings level 15. It's you have to have this, and of course, as a rings, as a companions equipment, I'm using things which giving me additional critical strike. Of course, with power, empowered rune stones in the slots. So at this moment I've got 5, I should have 6, however I'm still looking for this one to give me additional critical strike. At this moment I've got only with 1 slot, and yeah, let's see what will be in the future. Boons, those are my boons. And as a master one I choose the Resilience, and it's very good use. On the tier 5 boons you have critical severity. As I told you, critical severity is important because it's giving you bonus to the critical hit. And of course, as a very important for paladin and cleric and whatever heals, outgoing heal bonus. So at this moment I got 4, totally I've got 50, so it's quite good. Of course I put most of my stats to the power. This is very important to have power, because power is telling you how much you can heal per shot. Yeah, basically I'll add also movement. Additionally, it's giving me 12.5% of moving faster. It's important because when you are in the battlefield, sometimes you have to move faster between sides, and it's pretty nice. I always recommend this one. Of course, my stats are also connected to my companions, so I'm always putting the companion influence as much as possible. So in this moment 10% basically, and because I'm heal I don't have too much HP. I didn't choose HP hit points too much, so as you can see I put the damage resistance for all the types of mobs which we are facing in this game. And at this moment power, you can see power here. I'm using of course something to generate divinity faster, and of course something to heal more. As a feats I'm using critical touch, prayer of opportunity, spirit, also this one, and I would say this is also most important thing, because you want to have more healing during the critical heal, so it will be double your critical hit. So it's very important. Normally, as a encounter powers, I'm using this circle, sacred weapon, and of course divinity touch. This one it's very important during longer fight with the bosses, those two, because when you have problem or you have challenges related to your divinity, you can put this on the ground, and you are receiving some additional divinity over the time. And also with this it pretty doing good job to restore your divinity, which under afterwards will help your teams to survive. As a daily, I'm using Shield of Fate and of course sometimes Divinity Judgment. However, I'm trying to not to use this Divinity Judgment for my heal too often, because yeah, it's reducing my possibility to put Shield of Fate or the Lay of On hands, which are really helpful, at least on the first boss of layer of Mad Mag Lom. Yeah, you can use it. And of course, yeah, as my at will, I'm using healing, cure ones, this one, and of course Radiant Slam. I love it. I cannot play without it. I don't know what is the reason. However, I'm always using this on my tank and on my heal. And as you can see, most all of the offensive slots I'm putting power. So max power is good, always good. Critical strike also, critical strike here, critical strike here, and armor penetration. This is related to my tank, because I wanted to use also this rings on my tank, so I put also armor penetration here. Armor penetration basically is not required for heal. However, if you have two loadouts, one is tank, second is heal, you can use it to get some more armor penetration in your tank. For heal, I'm using this one. So basically, court, which giving me wisdom. Wisdom is good, because wisdom giving you outgone healing and control resistance. Control resistance is not so important. Outgoing healing is really important. As you can see, also I put stats on the dexterity. It helped me to increase my critical severity, which as you remember, giving you additional bonus to the critical hit. I didn't take care about constitution and charisma too much. 300,000 HP is really enough for heal. You can bunch. You can have bunch of your own healing, so you shouldn't take care about those two stats too much. Better go to those two, and you will really see the difference. And of course here, as an armor, I'm always choosing the armor which having critical strike, because it's helping my chance of critical hit. This is not the best in the slot for heal. It should be the set from the Tom. However, at this moment I'm working on this to get this one. And of course, normally I'm using this kind of artifacts. So as you can see, all of them are giving additional power, which is good. 3000 power or critical strike, it's good for your healing ability. Thank you very much. I hope that you enjoy, and I'm waiting for questions. Thank you.